Madagascar is one of the poorest countries in southern Africa. But despite this, in 1996, church leaders managed to step out in faith to establish one of the very first Seventh-day Adventist FM stations in Africa. Today, there are more than 22 FM stations covering the urban areas, and this combined with 2 hours of daily shortwave broadcasts to the more remote parts of Madagascar has triggered the birth of over 40 churches. With just a handful of paid staff and hundreds of committed volunteers, God is using AWR in a mighty way to proclaim the good news of Jesus' love and His soon coming.
I am in Madagascar, and this is AWR 360.
I used to hate the Adventists. If they had evangelistic series, I would throw stones on the roof.
One day, Tisholavo watched as many beautiful young ladies walked into the Adventist meetings. An idea popped into his head. I need a good wife, he thought. Maybe I can find one here. He entered the meeting and, sitting in the back, surveyed his options. One girl stood out to him, and after the meeting, he introduced himself.
I didn't tell her about my bad past, and I started praying to impress her. We were married soon after, but instead of marriage and a beautiful wife fixing my problems, things got worse.
Tisholavo had a criminal record which caught up to him, and after being found guilty of murder, he was placed on the most wanted list. Realizing his situation, Tisholavo fled to a remote forest. He lived here for 4 years.
I was living like an animal in the woods. I had made a mess of my life and felt like there was no hope for me.
Like the prodigal son who realized he had nothing to lose, Tisholavo ventured out of the forest. Knowing his family had surely abandoned him, he went to the Seventh-day Adventist church. An elder met him and assured Tisholavo that his place was in the church and he was always welcome. These words brought a glimmer of hope to his heart.
Though the church elder was very welcoming, the other members avoided me. My past began to haunt me again, and in fear, I returned to the woods.
But this time, Tisholavo took something with him to the woods: a radio. This was his only connection to the outside world, and he listened eagerly to different programs. One day, he stumbled across an AWR broadcast. The words stirred his soul, and he began to fall in love with the Jesus who would forgive a sinner like him. Excited about his new friend Jesus, Tisholavo began inviting other thieves and criminals in the area to come and hear the AWR programs too. Convinced of their salvation through the blood of Jesus, Tisholavo and 15 other ex-criminals came out of the woods and were baptized into the Seventh-day Adventist Church.
Together with my friends who were once thieves, we built a church where we all worshiped together on Sabbath.
Today, Tisholavo also leads out in a small group study where they listen to AWR programs and pray together. Tisholavo preaches like John the Baptist wherever he goes and is often called apostle by those who know him.
AWR changed my life. Through it, I found forgiveness and hope.
Thank you so much for your support of Adventist World Radio. Truly, great things are happening even in the remotest parts of the earth.
And together, we are making waves from broadcast to baptism.
This is AWR 360.